Hey everybody, it's me, Shirley Don One. So I noticed a couple of you guys were asking me to do tutorials or asking for the notes for this song, so I thought I'd finally do it. And I've been having problems before because I had so much, well, I didn't have that much room on my phone, and I usually record this on my phone, so I had to go and move some of my pictures and put it on my computer just to make room to make this video. So, without further ado, let's get started. I think we're going to start with Tweedle because she sings the melody most of the time. Yeah, with the exception of the verse there, yeah. So this is Tweedle. I pretty much did it in C major. I mean, other parts do have some accidentals in it, but I don't believe Tweedle has any accidentals in them. So when it comes to accidentals, you don't have to worry about any for Tweedle. Anyways, Tweedle altogether is 50 measures long, and it's in 4/4. So, without further ado, here's Tweedle's part. Yeah, that's just where Furcorn has his little solo there. That is, skip all of that and go to Tweedle's next part, which is here at measure 24. Yeah, so Tweedle gets a break until measure 24. So. Yeah, so that's all of Tweedle's part. And just to let you know, yeah, to save time later on in the song, like when the chorus comes back for the second time, just so you don't have to type each and every single one of Tweedle's parts, all you can do is copy each measure like one at a time, and then you would go where you need to go, and then you would just paste it. And then you can do that for each of the measures for the chorus, where it needs to be. Like, for the chorus, the second time, I mean, once you copy your first measure, I believe the chorus comes back at measure 31. So you would copy measure 1, and then you would go to measure 31, and then copy it there, and then measure 2, and then to 32, and so on and so on. Yeah, so that's Tweedle's part. Let's do Furcorn first, since he's the harmony. The harmony at the most part. He does sing melody for the verse, but that's it. And just so it doesn't sound too off, I'll add in Tweedle, just so you can hear the melody underneath him. So here's Furcorn's part. Although I do want to point out later, eventually in the song there will be, eventually, like during his verse, he does have an accidental. Like this, the C sharp here. And just let you know, like when it comes to accidentals, what you would do is there's this button that at the moment it says no accidentals. You would click on that until it says sharps, and then that's how you add an accidental. So just thought I'd let you know that. So yeah, that's how you would add in accidentals, like this C sharp here. Although when it comes to this song, I think the only accidentals there ever will be is the C sharp in certain places. So anyways, without further ado, here's Furcorn. Well, with Tweedle underneath him, but just so you can hear him with the melody. A tiny break for Furcorn. His melody. And Furcorn gets a little break. And then the chorus again. So they're trying to get the low harmony. Then I did the higher melody. Well, harmony, sorry, not melody. And I think there is one more thing I do want to point out. Like when he repeats, when he repeats after the picking it up, living, I'm picking it up. Oh, I just want the OI. When you do the copying and pasting, once you get to like measure 38, you will have to personally add this note D here, because yeah, that's not in the beginning. So in measure 38, with both Tweedle and Furcorn, you would have to add this extra note. So for Furcorn, it's the note D here, and then for Tweedle, it's the note B. Yeah, they're both in measure 38. So yeah, Tweedle is B, and then Furcorn is D. Yeah, just thought I'd let you know that now, just so when you copy and paste them, you won't be wondering, like, why is this slightly different? Yeah, so anyways, that's Furcorn. It's like I thought I did all the advertisements before this recording. I'm so sorry. So, yeah, a tiny break there after Tweedle and Furcorn. So, next we're gonna do Dandidoo, because she's the melody for this next part. I have her and Toejammer doing the come in out. Can't stop now. Shut your mouth. Yeah, their part is, yeah, that's all they do for this whole entire song. Okay, yeah, so that part starts at measure 23. So this is Dandidoo's part. Yeah, so Dandidoo's part, yeah, it's pretty much those 3 notes, like 3 times. So it's the E to the C to the D. E, C, D. And it does that 3 times. Yep, and that's all of Dandidoo's part. Just those 3 notes the 3 times. Starts on measure 23, and then starts again on 25, then starts again on 27. Yeah, it's only, yeah, that was a pretty simple part. And then, yeah, I have Toejammer as the harmony there. And I'll just turn on Dandidoo so you can hear how it sounds together. It's like, yeah, Toejammer is pretty much the same. He plays those same notes all 3 times, except his notes are G, E, G. This, yeah, pretty simple. G, G, E, G. And then he does, and it's just the same the other 2 times as well. So like together with Tweedle and Furcorn. Yeah, so yeah, you kind of get the idea there. And at least with them, there's no accidentals you have to worry about. So yeah, their parts are pretty simple. So that's, anyways, that's Toejammer. Now I think we'll do the piano parts next. So first we'll do, well, let's just call him piano number 1. What's all equal? Well, let's just call him Quible 1. Like, or Galtero. Hey there, Galtero. So all together, Galtero. Yeah, he plays for the whole entire song. So yeah, to measure 50. I mean, technically his last physical note is in measure 49, but he carries over to 50. But anyways, this is Quible 1, who, at the most part, he plays the root of the chord. There are certain spots where he actually plays the 7th of the chord, where I mean, not the 7th, but the 5th of the chord. But what I ended up doing was I moved the 5th to the bottom. So I like, I mean, with the piano, some of the chords aren't in their root position, but in their 2nd position. So I mean, he's not always playing the root of the chord. But just, anyways, this is Quible 1. So that's Quibble number 1. I think I only mentioned the it may like him not always playing the root of the chord because I guess if you're trying to sing the melody with if you're trying to sing along with just this part, certain parts will sound kind of weird. Like right here. Like if we started from the melody, ain't got no tears left to cry. Now I'm picking it up, picking it. Well, I kind of sang that kind of weird, but it's like me. I'm like singing the melody alone with this one. There's certain parts that might sound slightly weird, but alone. But anyways, this is Quibble number 1, who plays the roots most of the time, and sometimes the 5th. And apparently the game wants me to play this game now. We're gonna go run a restaurant, everybody! Just kidding. A tiny break after doing Dandidoo and Toejammer. And the first piano. Anyways, up to piano number 2. Well, Quibble number 2. Yeah, all 3 piano parts played to the end at measure 50. So, but at the most part, Quibble number 2 plays the thirds of the chords, with the exception of when Quibble number 1 plays the 7ths. Then Quibble number 2 will be playing the roots in a couple parts. But let's not get too technical. This is Quibble number 2. And I think I'll add in, I believe it was Gautero. Yep, Gautero. I'll add in piano number 1 underneath, just so you can kind of get a feel of how they sound together. Oh yeah, also believe this one introduces the sharp. This is the chorus. Yeah, that's piano number 2. Well, Quibble number 2. Yeah, also do want to point out, now that I'm at piano number 2, yeah, in the beginning of the song, yeah, I have them playing together. Yeah, pretty much playing block notes. But then once I once it gets to the picking it up, living, so we turn it up. Yeah, they kind of separate a little bit. Just to, they stopped playing together. I kind of did it this way to make it a bit more musical. So see how like piano 1 starts in the beginning of the measure, and then on 1, and then quible number 2 starts on beat 2, and then they kind of alternate. So like quible number 1 plays on beats 1 and 3 most of the time, while quible number 2 and soon coming quible number 3 will be playing on beats 2 and 4. Just to I kind of did it that way to make it more musical. It's like I meant to, it gave it a slight beat feeling. I mean, there's no beat yet, but you get the point. I hope. And yeah, quible number 2 does introduce does bring back that C sharp again. Yeah, the C sharp is for the verse. Yeah, it's for the verse and for the and for the slight rap talking part. Picking it up, living, so we turn it up. Yeah, we turned it up. Yeah, that's for the verses, and then it goes away once we come back to the once we go back to the chorus. Although I think it does come back at the end when it goes back to the talking part. Yeah. But yeah, that's piano quible number 2. And now we're going to do piano number 3, or quible number 3. Ooh, epic frog. Maybe I'll trap him later. Anyways, this is quible number 3, who always plays the fifths. Let's add in the other quibbles. Yeah, just so you can hear the whole chords together. Man, like I mentioned before, eventually piano number 3 will he will play with piano number 2, so on beats 2 and 4, as opposed to piano number 1 who's playing on 1 and 3. But anyways, here's piano quible number 3. Go to the chorus. Yeah, so that's piano quible number 3. And actually, I just noticed I said that they always play the fifth. That's actually not true because I mentioned earlier that piano that Quible number one sometimes plays the fifth in certain parts. When that happens, Quible number three is actually playing the thirds. but but yeah. Also, I guess another thing I do want to mention is here. Let's go back to well, that's piano number three. How many advertisements are you gonna do? I guess it doesn't only do two anymore. I mean, I actually prepared for this. I went to different islands until it did two advertisements just to try to avoid advertisements. Anyways, I'm going back to Quible number one because there is one thing I want to point out. Because I know earlier I mentioned how eventually the pianos kind of separate, and piano one plays on beat 1 and 3. I mean that is true. Yeah, it's on beat 1 and 3, but that third note is on the and of 4. Yeah, I just wanted to mention that. So yeah, it's on the and of 4, or the very last, box there in the measure. So, anyways, those are the pianos. I think I will do Deedge next. Let's get our beats in there. So Deedge and Shrub, they do the beats. Deedge comes in slightly before Shrub, though. He comes in at measure 9. And that part is pretty simple at the most part, too. It just kind of repeats. Like when it comes to measure 9 and 10 here, it's all like, yeah, it's pretty much number 9, this measure number 9 twice. So this D to the E to the D to the E on 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, never mind. It's not exactly the same. Haha. Okay, 10 is actually slightly different. Ever so slightly. With number 10, the first two notes start off the same as number 9, but then the third note comes in slightly earlier at the end of 2. So instead of the third one being 2 spaces away from the second one, the third one is actually comes right after. So and then it stays on that note on the 3 right before going. Well, actually, the and of 3 right before going back up on 4. So it's like a boom, ch, boom, ch, boom, ch, boom, boom, ch. Here. Like me, and then I kind of I gave it a stronger beat when the talking part come. The picking it up, loving, I'm living, so we turn it up. Yeah, we turning it up. Yeah, I gave the 2 and 4 a stronger beat. Which, I mean, because as opposed to just a light cymbal up there, I gave it, see that's how that's slightly louder. I gave it that one for, and measure 12, sorry, I cannot talk right now. Measure 11 and 12 pretty much works the same as 9 and 10, except, yeah, just slightly different note. Whereas 1, yeah, but instead of it being on the E, it's on A. but it also works the same exact way when it comes to how it's played, where in measure 12, the third note comes right after the second note and then stays there before it goes back up. And it just keeps doing these two measures over and over again. It repeats. Pretty much for the whole entire, well, pretty much for the rest of the song until the end when she comes back for the picking it up, picking it up, picking it up. I'm living, so we turn it up. Yeah, pretty much the same, over and over again. So yeah, pretty much, since it's the same, what I would do is just copy, copy measure 11. Well, once you have measure 11, just copy it into all the odd numbers. So yeah, 13, 15, 17, all the way until you get to measure 45. And then the same when it comes to measure, and then the same when it comes to measure 12. Once you get to 12, you can just, once you do 12, then you just copy that and then do it in all the even numbers until you get to measure 46. 46 is the last measure. But yeah, it's pretty much, when it comes to Z, it's pretty much just these two measures. And the beginning at number 9. Light symbol in the beginning. I'm gonna move just because I think my phone's gonna ring. But yeah, that's the beats. Well, that's Deedge, at least. And then here's Shrub. Shrub is pretty much the same thing, except he starts slightly later. He doesn't. Shrub. He doesn't play at measure 9 and 10 like Deedge does. And actually, Shrub is pretty much the same exact thing as Deedge. The only difference is that second measure. Because it's like Deedge. Those are the same exact notes for Deedge. So, yeah, and you pretty much do the same thing with Shrub. You copy number 11. Once you get this down, and then you copy it to all the odd number because it's the same. And then when it came, yeah, like I said, the only difference with Shrub is this note here. Originally Deedge was down here, but I wanted to get a slightly different feel to that note. So, to that beat. So instead of it just being that simple, I wanted it to be two different. Yeah, the extended version. See how it's slightly different and extended and two different beats, kind of. Well, I don't know how to explain it. I'm not really known with beatboxing terms. So. But yeah, Shrub is pretty much just these two measures played over and over again, alternately. Living, so we turn it up. Yeah, we turning it up. But yeah, it just keeps repeating that over and over again until you get to measure 46. Because I wanted the end of the song just to be piano and Tweedle, and who does the melody. So like no beats. So the beat goes away at the end. So yeah, that's pretty much Shrub. And that is everything. That is everybody for No Tears Left to Cry. So this is the No Tears Left to Cry tutorial. If you want to listen to the whole thing, I'll leave a link right here, and I'll leave it in the. I mean, you can't see me. I'm so used to you guys seeing me. I will leave it in the video and in the description box below. I'll see you guys later. Bye.